Tenacious Sports. This is Earl, and it's kind of late on a Tuesday night, but really need to kind of get this Tenacious Golf Tour finished up, so why not go ahead and kind of kick into the next tournament, which is the actually the third to last tournament 28 of 30, the Blues Belt Classic from TPC Southwind. I'm going to go ahead and do the first 3 rounds using the spreadsheet system I use. I may, in the next tournament or two, maybe these final 2 tournaments, maybe I'll actually get out the cards and do some card flipping and such, kind of like you do when you don't have the spreadsheets. But we'll see about that. So the volume seems low. Let me see what I can do here. Oh, that's not good. What did I just break? It's part of this light. Oh well. I'm sure I can fix that somehow. Let's go ahead and get this up here for the moment. Best laid plans. Let's see. Maybe if I move this a little closer. Yeah, sorry about that. That probably was loud. Something kind of snapped and made a big bang. And I don't know. I hope that's a little better. But if not, yeah, I don't know why it's all of a sudden going a little softer, but it's kind of the way it is. In any regard, I'm going to go ahead and work through this spreadsheet. This should slide right back on. So once I'm done with this, I'll be able to fix it. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. So, these spreadsheets, they're great in a lot of ways, and in other ways they're kind of tough because it's I'm really not in a position to be able to offer them to people, but if you see something here, you're welcome to ask questions in the comments or whatever on how best to do certain things. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure why. Let me try something here. Open a volume mixer. Let's get that off of that screen. You don't need to see it. Input device. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. I don't know if that made a difference. Anyway, so what I need to do with this, so this is Blues Belt Classic. I'll move it over to this page. Blues Belt Classic's a par 70 course. It's called Southern Breeze. In the play universe, we're calling it TPC Southwind because that's what it is in real life. So it's a B tier tournament, so that's the rest model is going to be B. And then this is a die roll that I have used for a long time to kind of add a little bit of randomness to the target scores. So our target score is going to be 269, which is what? Is that 11 under, I think, maybe? So 11 under should be the target score for this. Let's see. Let's also set the dice roll into place here. Copy and paste this. Now there's one other thing I need to do for the rest rolls. That's take this column here. You can't really see that, can you? Let's move this over. Take this column right here, AJ, and I'm going to copy that whole column and I'm going to paste it here. And this is a randomization. I'm going to paste values. So you'll see these change here because this is just a random number generator. Eventually they'll change. They should change. Yeah, see, there you go. So what it does is there are different groups in the way I've done things, and it will randomize the list. It'll rank the lists here, and then the first few in each column it will take, or in each grouping. So you can see over on the left side. So this isn't a full-fledged field, but there are going to be plenty of good golfers like Emmerich, Kanishi, Lee Song, Granbury, Sommers. They're going to be in this tournament. So let's go down the list here. Did it catch these guys? Let's see. 223 should not be gotten, and he's unchecked. Yeah. So these are 3 injured players. 131 and 116 as well. So 131 is right here. Derek Young, and 116 is Patrick Kieran. So, but anyway, what this goes down through is it goes down and it will create a list up to the field, which is 156. And so guys like Mark LeBurge he's just missing the ability to get in here and play in this tournament. So that's the start of it. That's how the field is decided here. And so now I come over here to this screen, which is the cut round screen, and I've showed this before. And nothing's on here at the moment, but what I have to do is I need to go into this and run a macro that will basically do a very similar thing to what that other copy and paste of the column I did, and it just creates a ranking and a randomization. And so now I've more or less shuffled the groups and laid them out or shuffled the cards and laid them out into the groups here. So well, let me bring it up here. Hope everybody's having a good start to your week. Mine's been iffy, I'd say. Not great, not terrible. So 36 is the first pairing. We're going to draw 3 golfers. So I just click off the M for made the cut. And then we're going to take the top 3 after that. So 2A right here. You can see this is a little slow. My cameras, everything is kind of like bogging down because my computer is just past its prime. So 2A, so we've got the draw golfers are Ernest Kamalo, Max Elliott, Frederick Rhodes. Elaine Zelderloo is the first one. The second one is going to be 4C here, Craig Angelo. And then there's 2 5As that tie, they both make it in. Abdil Yusuf and Nate Killo. Okay, so 14, we're going to draw 3. So I just picked the first 3 right off the top of the pile. Gora Morisaki, Ernie McCown, Hee-Jin Tong. And then the top one is going to be outstanding. And we've got a duo here, so they're both going to be 1C. Justin Wallace and Dustin Emmerich are both going to be outstanding, so good starts to the tournament for them. 22 is top 2 golfers only. It's going to be this 1B, and if it's 3A, I think it's 3A. So Shinji Kanishi and Braden LaSalle Jr., the only 2 out of that group. 16, we're going to get a total of 6, most likely. This is the 4th pairing. Leon Bay, because we draw 5 with 16. Bellano, Martin Van Dyke, Conrad Schultz, Bruno Friedman. And then the top golfer, we're going to actually get 2 more. It's going to be the 3 C's here because they're tied. I am pretty like flabbergasted that it works when I use it. the spreadsheet. It has taken a lot of trial and error, but I mean, I've had a couple of different iterations of the way I've built these screens, and it's just been a lot of keeping the nose to the grindstone. So 23 is going to be draw 1 and then the top 2, but we're going to go with 3 because 3B is the first one, and we have a tie at 4B, so we're getting plenty of ties here. I feel like you get more ties the weaker the field, and I think that's just because you end up, there's more, it's kind of like a pyramid, I would say, as far as your tournament ratings go. Like, there's only like a 1A usually, maybe 2 1As, and a couple, maybe 3 1Bs, and it kind of like gets more and more as you get down to the 5s. And in my case, the 6s and 7s, it's just there's a wide swath of golfers that are, so it kind of makes it tougher as you get a weaker field to have just what is called for in. So then the draw 44 is draw 1, top 4. So we have a couple of 2Bs, a 3C, and then the tie for the 5A. So another one with 6. We're going to have a lot of golfers here making the cut. 16 is draw 5. Let's see, any notable names here in this other group? Kenji Morita, Burke Yielding. We just had Smokey Novak finish in the top 10 in the Appalachian Hootenanny, so he's got a chance here maybe to make another cut. Or not only he'll make the cut, question will be whether or not he can end up in the final pairings. And then the top golfer is going to be 2A here, and that is Jay Laufenberg. Okay, 55, the top 5 golfers. So 1A, that's Aberley. He had a rough tournament. I mean, he finished fine, but he wanted more than that. 2, 3, and we got 3 4A, so 4, 5, 6. So Aberley, Bierman, Celestino Garcia, John Reisner, and who are these other 2? Jiwoon Ko, Hal Marlowe. How many golfers do we have right now? 43. We're running a little hot here. Let's see if the bottom numbers are a little smaller. 33 is draw 3, so this will be only 3, so that's good. Oh, whoops, that's the afternoon 2, but still, it's fine. Rogers, Huffman, Summers. 34, draw 1 outstanding golfer. That'll be 4C. He's going to join Wallace and Emmerich. Cameron Tullis. And then the top 3. Simanowitz, Saxerholt, Bauer. Yeah. So, one moment while I have to go check on something real quick. What's up? What, you have another one? Oh, small beans. The way it goes sometimes. 13, draw 2. 4B, 7B. So the draw, you get some weaker golfers. Okay, Larry. So Jeremiah James, 7B, Brooks Matthews. Not Brooks Koepka. Brooks Matthews. Maybe the same kind of player. Gets into a fight with Bryson. I don't know. I might have a Bryson in this pack here somewhere. Top golf. Wait. Yeah. Draw to top golfer. The 2A. So it's calming down here now. 22 is going to be top 2 only. That's a 2B and a 2C. Gail Honorado. Greer Copeland III. Okay, 56 draw 1. And then the top 5. 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B. We got a couple of 4Bs, so there's 7. So there, that breaks the trend. Draw 3, top 2 for 25. So we got Myung Cho in there. He's I kind of like him. I like Palmero. He hasn't made too many final pairing sets here this season. So 25, draw 3, top 2. And when I say like, I'm not like biased towards them. It's just there'll be a few guys that I'm just it'll be cool if they ever win a tournament. So Sheridan Cook Jr., Gooch Wilborg. 12, draw 1, top 1, so 5C, and then 3A. Gonna miss a couple 3Bs there. Chip Connors. 3A is Boyd Yeager, the Jägermeister. So yeah, a couple 3Bs there we're not getting. And then 45 is draw 1. This is the final pairing. And then top 4. So a couple of 2Bs. 3C and a 5A, and that will round it out. We got Jeff Clark, Granbury, Washburn, Chico Fonseca. So tournament recap. How many golfers? Like 75? 74. Good. Perfect. So that's how no injuries. So, but this is a pretty good smattering of good golfers and guys hoping, right? Okay, so now I got to go into another macro here on this third round sheet. We'll paste the values for the... Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I have to go in and fix... Let's hide this again. Pay no attention. Gonna randomize them here. I don't know if it did a good job of randomizing them or not. I forgot to remove some things previously, so ooh, look at that. If in this outstanding group we get neither of the 1Cs got the draw, so there's a couple things I needed to clean up before I came in here, and I always forget. Okay, so 36. 36 is the top golfer gets A-. Who is the top golfer? 2B. No. It's going to be Chico Fonseca with no Perker issue. Low golfer D-. That's going to be 7C right here. Others finish with C-. That's Prentice Bial. Others finish with C-. That seems weird. I want to take a look here. Is that one that I created? He was on a previous set. Probably can't see it. There's 7C. Prentice Bial. He was in an old set from Play, and he made the Slacker tour, but they didn't put a card in there for him, so I had to make up his own card. But anyway, so he ends up D-, and everybody else in the group is C-. So that's going to include, they're going to finish there. Come on. There we go. Myung Cho, Heath Summers, Smokey Novak. So no final round for him. No final round, not final pairings, I mean. So 12 is the next group. Top golfer gets A+. Is it 2A here? Probably going to be your leader. No perk or issues. Others finish with B-. Alain Zelderloo. Wow, so maybe he's going to get his first victory here. Let's see. B-. Not too many other great numbers here. We got Ernest Kamalo at 3C, but yeah, he's kind of a back marker. 14. Top golfer gets A. 2A right there. Another 2A gets A. Who is this? Is this... That's Laufenberg. Others finish with C. So we get a 2C. It's Nick Yarlett, Celestino Garcia. All right, 12 again. A+ for the top golfer. Who is the top golfer? 2B. It's going to be Burke Yielding. Okay, others finish with B-. Okay, now down to pile 5. 34. Top golfer contends with A-. That's 1A. This is Aberley, right? I think he's the only 1A that I saw. Rance Aberley gets A-. Low golfer D-. That's 6C, no, 7B right here. D-. Others contend with B+. So we will have a 12 field since we're going to get some B+ in here. Gail Honorado, Greer Copeland III. They're probably one or two of those guys will end up being in the first, kind of like the first groups in that mess. Anyway, 56. Draw golfer A-. That's a 2B, so that's a pretty good. Gil Granbury. Others finish with D. So we've got a 2A, Martin Van Dyke, 2C, Gora Morisaki. We got a couple guys here that are typically in line to be in the final pairings, and they're not going to be this time. 16, draw golfer contends with A-. Oh boy, this is a 7B. This is going to be a doozy, and he gets a perk or issue. Conrad Schultz. Top golfer contends with A. That's this 1B here. Kanishi? Yep, Kanishi gets A. Others finish with D+. This may be the first time that I've had pretty much all of them. Only, let's see, only 12 here has two that are the same, final resting place for the rest of the group. All right, now the outstanding group 25, draw golfer contends with A with a perk. So who was this? This was Cameron Tullis. Top golfer contends with A-. And this is a 1. Okay, so 1 and 0. So the first one is going to be the A. Wait, let me see. 25. The A-. The second one's going to be B+. And who is the first one? Justin Wallace. Emmerich will be B+. We'll see if he sneaks in. He probably will. Others finish with D+. So that's what happens when you have, in the third round, when you have a tie, you do random. And so I took these two. These are basically decider dies. Random number between 1 and 0. The first one was 1. The second one was 0. So that's how I decided that. So now we have two guys with perks and issues. That should show up over here on the final round setup page. Hi, Harvey. So this one here is going to be a little different. Again, I'm not using dice for this. I'm using virtual dice that are right here embedded here on the sheet. So these are each D6s, and that's a decider die. So 454 will be for Schultz. On the attorney perks and issues, 4, 5. If bogey on the first hole, stormy, otherwise normal. Okay, bogey, stormy, other, normal. And now this will switch, and let's see what the next one is. 636. Gain the lucky quality for Cam Tullis. So Tullis will be lucky. And so this is how our final pairings are going to look. So you can see over here, it takes all of what we've determined and it kind of pairs them out into the A+, the A minus, the B+. And I have some other rankings here because, so here's the way I figure it. Even though you may have guys, like let's say you have your lead group, so that's going to be with Zelderloo and Yielding and whatnot, right? And then you've got the second one, and then you've got the third and the fourth. So in that third and the fourth from the end or whatever, right? A lot of those guys are B pluses, but what I'm thinking is, even though I have them in that group, the way I view it, if I'm the producer of a TV show, if Emmerich is in like the 5th or 6th group, you're going to be seeing him because he has a chance maybe to come on, right? Honorado, he's 29th ranked. Yeah, same thing. And so I put the ranks here, and I also have, I do have a little decider die thing that's incorporated, so you can see that right here, scores. That's where this true false comes from. So the true means Emmerich, Clark, they're going to be Nolan, Reasoner, they're at 207, the others are 208, and it's going to help. It's going to decide who is at the lower score and then who has a better rank to end up who are in the final round. And so that's why we have these groups. We have Yielding, Zelderloo, and Tullis as our lead group. The second to last is Laufenberg, Kanishi, Schultz, Wallace, Fonseca, Aberle, and Granberry, Emmerich, Reasoner. And so that's where it would have been, who is the other golfer that I was talking about? Honorado, but he's false, so he ends up at 208. So the only way he's going to get into this is if he's emerging. So what I'm probably going to do here is I'll probably go ahead and record some of this, not streaming the early parts of the round when I have time, and then look to do the stream part of it towards the last few holes down the road here. But anyway, I just wanted to go through this, and that's interesting. It's not giving the rank data there, but I'm not sure why it isn't, but that's okay. Maybe I'll have it fixed by whenever I'm going to start recording. So anyway, like I said, leave a comment if you have any questions on, like, if you're trying to build something and you're just not sure what formula to use, or on the right track. I just got finished with an Atmos soccer game where I've said before, I reverted back to the original rules, and I had Manchester United beat Newcastle 3-1, and the one goal came because I subbed all of Manchester United's 3 subs, and then they picked up an injury to their goalkeeper, De Gea, so I had to move one of the outfield players back to goalie. And there is a chart in the book for a position player playing goalie, and Newcastle, I thought that it was going to get through stoppage time without conceding a goal, but basically it needed to be that they didn't have a shot on goal, but right before the whistle, they did get a shot that was on target, and Greenwood couldn't make the save. I'd put him back there. I didn't want. I thought the second position anyway. So 3-1, and so they're top of the table at the moment. But there's still more games to play in match week 6. So all right. Well, anyway, we'll be back for this final round at some point here this week. Probably look for just a plain old release of some recorded gameplay. Try to get the whole round done, hopefully by either this weekend or midweek next week. So if you enjoy this content, hit like. If you're not subscribed to the channel here, Tenacious Sports, please go ahead and subscribe. That way you can get in your subscription feed any videos that come out. The video production is a little slower than it used to be, but still try to get stuff out here every once in a while. So, any hackers? We're all hackers, right? But thanks Justin B, Harvey, Couch, Ryan Morrison, Larry Rice. It's good to have a few people in here watching me fart around with some spreadsheets, and it's getting kind of late here on this dreary East Coast. We're still waiting for the stupid post-tropical depression, whatever the heck it is, to push off and leave us behind. I think hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow it will be, and we can get back to seeing some sun and resume fall the way it's meant to be, with nice moderate to cool temperatures and maybe a little bit of dreary clouds, but nothing like this rain and overcast, dreary. Anyway, all right, you hackers, hang in there, and we will be back with the final round of the Blues Belt Classic. We'll see which one of these. See if we can have another first-time winner. I've had a bunch of them here in this season, so it's pretty cool. After the previous season, having Emmerich, and I think if I had instituted this rest regimen, probably wouldn't have happened the way it did. But all things happen for a reason. So anyway, well, you know, don't sell yourself short, Ryan. You know, it takes, yeah, I mean, it's probably just as much like, you know, it's easy when you do this stuff to like, I would give up and put it away for a few hours a day, 2 days, 3 days, and I'd come back and start plugging and playing again, and voila, something happens, and you get this like aha moment, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna work, and then you just kind of keep working through it like that, and it's been a learning process for me too. I have, you know, I've done a lot of stuff with the spreadsheets over the years, but yeah, this is, you know, to be able to integrate them like this has been pretty. I mean, it's like, it kind of like flabbergasts me that it works the way it does, because I don't know. You know, I wish the PGA Tour would come call and say, "Hey, will this work for us?" Probably not, because as soon as I'm pretty sure as soon as someone else starts to try to use it, they will find that there needs to be some, like, of course, if they're willing to pay me a couple million, I will be on call at every tournament, troubleshooting every last cell of all of these spreadsheets. But I have a feeling they have their own information systems that are much less hackneyed and you know, cobbled together. But all right, I need to get going. See ya. Good night. I'm getting tired. It's late. I have to fix my light. See ya. Who wouldn't? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that would be a sweet job, especially if you got to play some of the nice courses, right? Yeah. See ya.